Hello, everyone. This is Dan Kamstein. Welcome to the MCG Pandemic Medicine Elective. We're very excited to have you join us for this new adventure. This is a brief tutorial on the use of Microsoft Teams. There are 175 of you enrolled in this course, and this is the first time we've tried to use the Microsoft Teams platform for something this big. So this is a brief tutorial if you haven't used Microsoft Teams before, just outlining how we are planning to use it for the elective. This is, as I said, the first time we're trying something like this, so there are bound to be some glitches along the way, but we are fairly confident that it should work well for most of the things we've planned for this course. So I'm going to briefly run you through just the structure of what Microsoft Teams looks like, and hopefully that will help as you navigate this course over the next 4 weeks. So you will receive an access code, and that you will be asked to join the team. So if you log on to Microsoft Teams, and you can do that using your augusta.edu email and password. Once you're on, you will see that you come to this primary screen here, which is all of the teams. You should probably have access to 2 or 3 teams, perhaps already from prior courses. And when you're on this screen, when you're asked to join or create a team, you just click up here at the top right, and it'll say join or create a team. And if you want to join a team with a code, we're going to send you a code out for our team, and you enter this code here, and then you hit join team, and that will add the team to your primary team's screen. And you can see all the teams that I'm currently involved in here. Just as a note, you can use Teams as a downloaded app on your phone, your tablet, your computer, or you can access it through a web browser. Now, if you're using a Mac, Safari does not like Teams being used as a web browser, so you will have to download the native Microsoft Teams application through the App Store if you're using Safari as your primary browser. But it does work quite well as a native application using a Mac. So once you've logged into Teams, you'll see here, these are all the teams you're part of. On the left side, there's tons of different options in terms of other things that Teams can do. And we'll use some of these during the 4 weeks of the course, but not all of them. Primarily, I want to just talk about the structure of our MCG Pandemic Medicine elective team. So you can see here's the elective team right here. So I'm going to click on that. When I click on that, that's going to open the team. Now, the way teams are structured is there's our channels. And so there's a primary team. So all 175 of you will be part of this primary team. And then we're going to break you up into groups. And you can see that we've labeled here groups 1 through 17. So you will all be part of the main portion of this course, and you will have access to the general channel, and you also have access to the main lectures and discussions channel. You also have access to one of these sub-teams, but not all of these sub-teams. Now, for the purpose of terminology, Microsoft calls each of these a channel. So we're going to use that terminology. These are all channels. So there's a general channel, there's a main lectures and discussion channel, and then there are channels for each of your groups. So you'll all be assigned to one group. Once you've joined the team, you'll also have access to the general channel and the main lectures and discussions channel. So I'm going to take us into the main lectures and discussions channel. The general channel here, just as a note, this is really a channel that will just be used for offline discussions. So if you have a general question about the team, if you have a question just kind of about the course as a whole, you can post that to the general channel, but primarily for the teaching portions, we're going to use this channel, the main lectures and discussions channel. So we're going to click on that. And once we get here, you can see that under main lectures and discussions, we essentially have a chat feature. That's called posts. So in here, as we are going through the course, if we are in a lecture discussion, you can post chats, you can upload pictures, you can ask questions in here. We are also, if you look at the top here, also have a files. So this is where you're going to find all the reading materials for each week. And you can see here under week 1. So if we click on the file for week 1, we can see that we are starting to build out the file structure. So for all the readings for this coming Monday, you will see this in week 1. So the lecture slides should be uploaded here shortly, as well as the reading for week 1 will appear in this files. Now, that's really all we're going to use the main lecture discussions channel for. So when we run the course, the actual meeting, so the actual online meeting, will come from this portion. And so you all log in, you will join as a large group through the main lectures and discussions portion of this team. Once you are part of this, you'll be able to watch the lecture, you'll be able to comment on it, and then we're going to spend some time breaking up into small groups. And so each of you is going to be assigned to a small group. And in that group, so I'm going to click on group 1 here, you can see that you can have a sub-conversation within that group. So only the 9 or 10 members of your group will be involved in this actual chat here. So if you post something to the general channel, that will go to everyone. And again, this is really not for coursework. This is really just for big picture questions. If you have a question that you want to actually ask the lecturer in a large group, that would go in the main lectures and discussions portion. Now you have the ability within Microsoft Teams to have 2 separate meetings going on at once. So you can have a large group meeting with the whole team, and then you can have a small group meeting with just your assigned group. I'm going to pull up some screenshots and just show everyone what that looks like. So you can see here, this is a screenshot of just what happened when we had 2 meetings going on at once. So you can see this is Jennifer Rose, and she's actually in a meeting with us here. So that meeting is on hold, and then she's broke it up, and she is now kind of assigned as one of the students in group 1. And you can see that she now has access to start a meeting in group 1 while a larger meeting is going on. And you can see this is what the things that she currently can do and post. And you can see you can flip back and forth between the main meeting and a smaller meeting within your group. Just one side note on that portion of it. If you are in group 1 and you want to start a conversation, you can either create a meeting invite, but probably the easier way to do it is click on this camera icon down here. So if you click on this camera icon while you're in group 1, what that will do is bring up a Meet Now option. You can add a subject, so I could say meeting, and I could say Meet Now. And if I click on this here, Meet Now, what will happen is this will start a meeting within group 1. So now you can see I'm pulling up a meeting within group 1. And so this will start a separate meeting within group 1, and I can invite other people to that meeting. But group 1 itself will be able to join you. So if I go back to my team here, you can see that actually right here, there's a meeting that started. So I've started a meeting within group 1. If you're in group 1, you could just click here and you could join that meeting. So that's how you start, even if you're having a meeting going on. If you want to start a separate sub-conversation or small group meeting, you just click on this camera icon right down here at the bottom, and that will start a meeting. And then I can always stop it. So if I click hang up, you'll see that then I have ended that meeting, and I can go back and join the large group discussion. So here's another picture. So you can see me on the screen there and my misspelling due to working overnight shifts. So here is also another view of that, where you can see we are having now a meeting within group 1, but we also have the primary meeting that we are part of on hold here. So you actually have the ability to have meetings within meetings, and that's going to be important as we structure these breakout sessions. Within each of these sessions, so anytime you have schedule a meeting, you can actually have a chat that goes along with that specific meeting. So this will be a little bit complicated. I think most of you will get this pretty easily. Hopefully that helps run through a few of the features. Again, primarily we're going to be using the main lectures and discussions. That's really where most of the content delivery is going to come from. And then really you will only see in yours one of these groups, because you really will only be assigned to one of these groups. And you will be able to, within your group, post small group discussions and have meetings within your group as well. So hopefully that answers any initial questions you might have. Certainly there will be ongoing challenges as we go through this and some nuances to that. I will be part of this 4-week course. And so as things go along, if people have significant questions, I will be able to pop in and answer some of those questions. So hopefully you found this helpful. And if you do have any questions, please do reach out to me. Primarily through Microsoft Teams is better than email at this point due to the overwhelming volume of email I'm getting with the other stuff going on in the emergency department. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you on Monday.